Is it over? Bol back in. Nice feed ahead. Oh, what a pass. Wow.
Wow. Jeremy Grant. My goodness.
Murray pulls the trigger. The ball in the Joker. Jokic in the lane. Throws it up.
Hey, let's get better today. Championship mentality. Hey, together. 1, 2, 3.
Harris good for goes. Denver wins. Millsap. Dribble drive all the way. Lay it up.
Dobroveche, hello, bonjour, willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to Nuggets Europe Game 7. Big, oh my god, we're going to be up all night, lads, live. It's just mad, like seriously, like mental. Here, guys, breaking news in the last 2 seconds. Evan's here. Miroslav, do you want to host? And I'll produce her. I'm easy, it's up to you, man. I'm easy, I don't mind.
We are doing it really live, aren't we?
We're doing it live. There's 11 people watching. Do you want to do it, man? I'm easy. I don't mind. I've only got one thing to say. Jamal Murray. It's going to happen tonight. Jokic is going to score over 30 points. I'll come back in a second. But Miroslav, do you want to go for it? I don't mind. Up to you.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Right. Evan, it's all yours. Miroslav's going to host. See you guys in a bit. Enjoy. Go now.
Dobroveče, good evening. Welcome to Nuggets Europe. First time live switching of the host in the live stream. we are joined by Brad, by Evan, and by Milan. How are you guys doing?
Hello, Miroslav.
Good evening.
Doing good.
Okay, tell me one thing. I want to know how many of us, we are all based in Europe, how many of us are watching the game live from first minute, from second quarter, third quarter, whatever? Okay, tell me, Evan, what about you?
Oh, I'm watching the whole thing. No questions asked. I'm watching the whole thing. Yeah.
Are you gonna go to sleep before the game, or are you powering through?
I think I'm just gonna power through, man. I don't know. I can't really do the whole try and sleep early because, especially on the game 7, it's hard to clear your mind, you know.
Yeah. So, well, sleeping early is already out of the window because it's already like 11 o'clock in Serbia. So no way we're going to sleep very early. Okay. What about you, Brad?
I will certainly try. I will be there from the tip off, and it's a question of how far I can make. I'm afraid. I'm hoping the whole way through, but I can't promise anything, unfortunately. But we'll see. I mean, it depends how wild this game's going to get. So I could end up being up all night anyway.
Okay, thank you, Milan.
Oh, you already know my answer, so I'm going straight to work from 10:45 p.m. Serbian time tonight until the game is over. So I will probably stay and watch God Hopes watch party, Winners Lounge after the game. So no sleep for me tonight.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is pretty similar for me too. I am going to try to get a couple of hours sleep before that. Okay, Evan, tell me, what are your expectations for this game? Of course, we all hope that Denver will prevail, that they will win in Game 7. Adam Mares just had a really interesting tweet. The last time Denver Nuggets won a series in 2 consecutive years was in 1986. So that's the last time Nuggets went to the second round 2 years consecutively. So is it time for sure for this? And how do you expect this game to roll out?
Oh, I think it's definitely time. I think Denver has Utah back against the ropes. They definitely didn't want to lose Game 6, and you could tell after the game that both Mitchell and Gobert seemed pretty upset that they couldn't pull it off. Their confidence has to be shattered. Meanwhile, Denver's is through the roof because I think they've got a pretty good game plan. They've got Jamal Murray, who can't miss. Gary Harris, who came back and was able to kind of bolster the defense, which was huge in being able to stop not just Mitchell but Jordan Clarkson as well. So yeah, I'm expecting Denver to win, and I actually think it'll be a pretty easy win this time around. I'm expecting Utah to try and trap Murray a little bit more, which should open things up for Jokic to just do what he does. And he's been really good this series, but hasn't really dominated in a way that we're kind of used to. But I think this will be his night to kind of take over and run the show and do his thing. And I'm expecting a double-digit win, to be honest.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Brad, tell me, we all can agree that Nuggets have a really good momentum at the moment with 2 consecutive wins right now. We've been saying a lot of nice things about Quinn Snyder. He's a really great coach. He was out coaching Coach Malone for sure in first 3 or 4 games. Yeah. Tell me, are you afraid of Snyder's next move for this evening, and what do you think he can have in his sleeve for the Game 7?
I'm not sure they do. Unfortunately, I don't think he's got any other trick to play. I mean, I think the Mitchell dominance has sort of slowed a little bit. I mean, he still hit 44 points. 44 points in the last game, but still not good enough. I mean, I can't. As Evan said, they are definitely going to try and check Jamal. I'm going to say Murphy. That's what Shaq said, right? Is it Murphy? Jamal Murphy?
Jamal Murphy, yeah,
Jamal Murphy. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, as we've said, I think Jokic is due a big game. He's played solid, but not outstanding. But he's just done his job quietly and confidently. And I think tonight's going to be his night where he's just going to open up big. Maybe we'll see something from Porter, maybe a bit more. I mean, he's been a bit cold on the offense. I think he's definitely got defensively better through this series. His offense has unfortunately suffered for it, I think, in my opinion. Dozier was quiet. I'm just having a look. See, I was impressed with Grant again. I think he's not been, his points haven't been massive, but he's just been brilliant both ends. He's hit points when it's needed and nice and consistent. And so I just can't see the Jazz winning. I think they're going to be completely deflated with being 3-1 up and losing these last 2 has just killed them. As Evan rightly pointed out, they look completely shot at the end of that game on Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. A few Mondays are gone. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think it's going to be another double-digit win and done, and then roll on whoever we get next.
Okay, thank you, Milan. Tell me. I know you expect a win from Nuggets, probably a big win from Nuggets as well. Tell me, do you think this will be a Jokic game, a Porter game, a Murray game, or maybe a win by a committee?
I think this is Game 7, so it must be the committee one. I don't hope. I really hope actually Jokic will have the big game, but I'm pretty sure they will need all their players to play good. You know, the one thing I hope is that Millsap will get less minutes. That's for sure. Hoping that maybe you know, it's hard for Jokic because they will again try to hold him on the 3-point line. You know. So if he had the shooting night like in the game 5, I think he can go for 40 points, easy one. You know, they will probably go and trap Jamal. That could be the blade really sharp blade on Utah if they try to do that. So I don't know. You know, I really hope that all team will play great. It's the only way to win Game 7. You know, I know Jamal will have maybe not 50 again, but he will have his shots, he will have his points. But Jokic need to step up. Grant need to continue to play good. Harris, Torrey Craig need to play the defense, and we need Monte Morris a little bit better than in the last few games. So you know, it's a flip coin, and I know you're paying dinner tomorrow, so I'm positive we are winning.
I already have it arranged. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I have it arranged. Okay, Evan, tell me one thing. We're seeing some really crazy shooting in the bubble from most of the teams, and especially in this series between Nuggets and Jazz. It's just completely crazy. They're shooting the leather of the basketball. Murray is shooting like 57% for three throughout the series on a really big number of attempts. Jokic is like 49% on a pretty big number of attempts as well. But as we know, in Game 7, the shooting is usually not that great, you know, because the defenses are extreme. Nobody wants to give anything for free. Do you think, what do you think, which of these two things will prevail tonight? The great shooting or a really sloppy game with a lot of turnovers and bad shooting?
I think it'll be the shooting, to be honest, because the same thing can be said about the playoffs in general. You hear about how, you know, the Nuggets offense will never be good enough to win in the playoffs. It's been the same kind of sticking point for this team for the last couple of years. But now it's holding true. It's an offensive playoff series, not just in this one, but in all the other games as well. I expect the shooting to continue, to be honest. I think, you know, there's probably some nerves. I think Utah is probably a little more nervous than Denver is. Denver seems very relaxed, kind of pressure-free at this point because they know they've got the upper hand. You know, I expect them to keep just, torching it, just shooting, getting the open shots and hitting them. I have no reason to expect otherwise just because it's a Game 7. I think that narrative might be a little overblown at this point. I expect a big shooting night again. Okay.
Brad, tell me one thing. Apart of Donovan Mitchell, who is obviously the biggest threat in Jazz side, who is the second player you're frightened the most from in Game 7?
Do you know, I was a bit disappointed with Conley. I was expecting a little bit more out of him. I think he hasn't really hit the threes that I was expecting him to be hitting. They seem to just gone straight for Mitchell as soon as they can. Gobert, he's been there or thereabouts, but I don't think he's actually. He bullied Jokic in the second and the third game. But outside of that, I don't think he's really caused him much trouble, to be honest with you. Clarkson obviously is one, but I think Harris, as Evan said earlier, he's been defended him really well in that last game, and I just expect that to continue. So yeah, I'd probably say if you take Mitchell away, it's got to be Conley's got to step up and try and do something, but he hasn't so far. We'll see tonight.
Okay, Milan, tell me, how many threes do you think Denver needs to hit this evening in order to win a game? We've 15. Seen some games with 15, with 18, with 20 something.
15 plus.
You think it will be enough?
I think, but it's a tricky one because Denver against Utah never in the regular season they never shoot that well the 3-point ball. They usually lose that in the big margin, but they win in the paint. They live in the paint in those games in the regular season. So maybe we don't need even the 15 if we go and score a lot of points in the paint. So I don't know. There is no pressure. It's a Game 7, and if you take that away, you don't have pressure. Denver don't have that home advantage pressure. You play again with your fans, and you have that that in your mind that you need to win. And Utah also don't have that pressure because there is no home court, there is no away fans booing and you. So I think the player will be relaxed. And I don't know. Denver wins. Denver wins in 7. I don't know what to say. Even spoiled me everything tonight with that first analysis. He told everything you need to say about this game.
Okay, I have a fun game prepared for you right now. It's not a big one. Las Vegas had their how to say quotes for this game when it was announced when it will be played. The Jazz was favored by 1 point at the beginning. 24 hours later, Nuggets are now favored by 1 point. So it's really a coin flip. I think we all agree that Nuggets should prevail, but I want to ask you with which exact margin do you expect Nuggets to win, and the one of us who will get it the closest or perfect, he will be crowned as a king of prediction for next game in 24 hours. Michael will make a little slide with a crown and everything. So let's start with Evan. What's the margin tonight?
I think Denver by 14.
Ooh, I like it. You want to explain yourself?
Oh no, I think they've got Utah figured out at this point. I mean, it's a fluke, to be honest. It's a fluke that the series has even gone to 7. Like whatever was happening with Denver, like they lost game 2, that's fine, but game 3 was clearly an anomaly. Game 4 was closer. You can argue about some questionable officiating game 4. But I think it's safe to say if Denver had played to this level as they had in games 4, 5, and 6, even from the get-go, I think we'd be talking about the Clippers at this point. So I'm pretty confident that it'll be a pretty easy win.
Okay, Brad?
I'm gonna go Denver by 8. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than the other two just because it is game 7. But I still think we'll win out. I think we'll just have a bit too much.
Yeah, we will let Michael do his bet as well.
Yeah.
At the end of this. So
Sure.
Denver by 8. Does that mean it's a penalty finish going from 4 points to 8, or is it?
Something like that. I'd say so. I can't quite work out the scenario, but that's what I'm going for.
Okay, Milan, what do you have?
I will go double-digit win. Let's say 10 points. I already said yesterday on Serbian show that I will jinxed Utah, and I did that. I put 60 euros that Utah will win. It's 2-0. So if they win, I will get 120. So, I know I don't have luck in gambling, so there is no way I bet the money. I'm easy, and I'm easy with losing that money.
Okay. Let's introduce Michael back into the show. I want to hear his idea on the margin.
Lads, I got changed for this moment. Have to. It's an all-nighter, lads. I'm going. It's going to be a sweat. I think it'll go down to the wire. I'm going Nuggets by 1. Nuggets by 1.
Oh.
Donovan Mitchell cries off the court. There's full-on riots, but I still think Jamal scores 62. I think Jamal scores the winner. And finally, if we win, Sky Sports are going to show the Nuggets next week because it's the Clippers playing them over here. I'm buzzing now. They'll have to show a game, Brad, won't they? Live. They have no choice.
Yeah.
It has to happen.
Definitely has to happen.
Sorry, Miroslav. Sorry,
okay,
Miroslav.
Please.
You're the host. Sorry,
please.
I have to change the video over. Sorry, you're the host.
Please don't leave. Okay, so we have 14 from Evan. We have 8 from Brad. We have 7.
10.
10. I was 10 from Milan. Yeah. Okay, you are Michael going with 1. I'll try to be smart mathematically, and I will say 7. So if it's 6, 5, 4,
Nuggets minus 5.
It should be mine. Let's hope not. Then you're winning.
I actually think though, like in terms of what Evan said, I think Evan, you're spot on, man. Like I think the Nuggets have really found a way and on how to beat that team. So hopefully we're not sitting here sweating at 5 or 6 a.m. But these 2:30 a.m. games, boys, are killing
It's
me.
the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst term for the game.
Well, 3:30 a.m. for you guys, so it could be worse. I don't know. Like it's just it's hard, but look, it's worth it. Obviously, Game 7, we win tonight, and we go on. And boys, I think we shock not just LA. I think we shock the basketball world in about 2.5 weeks against the Clippers. I'm just putting it out there now. Just want to say it. I'm going to make an
It's actually what I wanted to ask you, all of you, next. So whoever wins tonight, even if it is Denver, come on, it is Denver.
Yeah.
Let's just take our Nuggets hats off our heads for a moment, and let's predict the series against the Clippers. The Clippers seems to be the number 1 favorite at the moment. Maybe not, maybe yeah, but what do you think? How does that series go? How many games and who prevails? Evan.
I mean, I'm not super confident in Denver in that series, to be honest. I think, I think at best they can take it to 6, but I think the Clippers will win.
Okay.
6 would be like, if we take it to 6, that's great, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay, Mike, you've been a bit more confident in Denver, right?
Nuggets in 7, only because, and I think Evan's spot on to be honest, but only because it's the Clippers. I mean, it doesn't matter who they are. It's the Clippers.
They never reached the Western Conference Finals in their
insert
history.
Doc Rivers meme right here, right now. But it's the Clippers. Like, come on.
It's Kawhi Leonard though, man. Like,
I know. But like, let's just hope that. Like, I need some hope. I'm back at work now. The NFL season's about to start. Everyone's about to go downhill for me. I need the Nuggets to just shock the world and win the NBA title. I mean, it's not too much to ask, is it? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I don't think we beat the Clippers, to be honest. Unfortunately, I think they'd just be a bit too strong for us. I think it would be close. I'd probably say it'd be done in 5, to be honest. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm a pessimist.
Okay, Milan.
you're a realist.
I'm
Yeah, that one.
I'm with Michael here. Nuggets in 7 because that will be the Jokic series, 100%. You know, and somehow Denver play good with Clippers. You know, the all game are close. So I think the Denver will go 7 games against. It will be like last season. 2 series, 7 games. This time we win both of them.
Yeah, I'm taking my Nuggets cap for a moment here, but I'm not taking off my fan cap here. I really don't like Kawhi. I used to love him while he was playing in the Spurs, but what he did to Toronto last year or last summer, I really hate that. So just because if they would get a championship today, this season, he would be the first guy to win a title with 3 different teams as a best player there, and I don't want that for him. So let's go with Nuggets in 7. Who cares?
Miroslav, the Nuggets are as high as 50-1 to win the NBA title. The Clippers are as low as 13-5 with some bookmakers over here, which is ridiculous. Well, why would you bet on that with 2 or 3 rounds, like 2 rounds to go? It's ridiculous.
What are the Lakers?
Lads, the Lakers are. We should get a betting sponsor in all seriousness. 3-1, best price 3-1. The Bucks are 7-2. The Celtics are 7-1. Just throw your money away there. The Raptors are 12-1, 13-1. The Heat are 14-1.
Heat's got it. Heat really 14-1.
The Rockets are 16-1. The Nuggets are so once the Rockets come, it goes way out. The Jazz are as high as 60. Ironically, the Thunder are 66-1, as high as 97 on the exchanges to 1, and the Nuggets 50-1. So £10 or €10 will get you 500 euros or pounds back. Let's do it. Let's just put. Tell you what, boys. Evan, PayPal me. You're in the UK as well, Brad. You Monzo me, and then you guys PayPal me. Let's all put 100 each on the Nuggets to win the whole thing, and 50-1. That's
what would you say?
500 to 50.
100. I'm gonna be buying a cutout with that.
House more like that.
Okay, Mike, you want to take us away?
Yeah, so I guess that's. I have to go and record Broncos now. So just when I thought a game in 2 weeks of 2:30 a.m. wasn't bad enough, this is tonight. Here, lads, Game 7. Everybody that's watching it, enjoy it. The game is not on TV in the UK and Ireland, but it's on NBA League Pass in the rest of Europe. I hope we are back here, if not tomorrow night, then maybe the night after to talk about the Clippers. Yeah, enjoy the game, enjoy the night. And if you're in Serbia, enjoy the 3:30 a.m. wake-up call. Guys, pleasure chatting to you. Enjoy the game. Everybody go Nuggets, and Nuggets in 7. Good luck, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.